like an SCP, and everybody who's in China, or every other Chinese citizen who just so happens to be posted up as an SCP, whatever, ABC or D, or an RCP, ABC, and D, or we actively go and we say, hey, because no country at this point can withstand being economically cut off from the rest of the world, sanctioned and exiled. Look at Iran. Like they're trying to tell us, no, you can't sign off on this agreement for American citizens. Let me just explain something to you for everyone listening. So Congress is like, we're going to leave town and we're not going to vote on this thing until we can get X number of trillions of dollars, and we want you to also give Iran $58 billion, while they're also trying to tell us, we don't, because America say, hey, we're going to send you some medical supplies. They're like, no, we don't want it. We just want you to lift the sanctions. Get out of here. Get out of here. Anyway, so with that being the case, President comes out the other day and says, well, if Congress doesn't vote on this bill to help protect Americans and stop acting stupid and trying to slip money into that budget, $58 billion for Iran, I'm just going to close both chambers of commerce through my presidential powers already given to me within the Constitution under this situation.
And he's still a de jure president.
Yeah, he's going to do it anyway. He just let America know, I'm going to do it. What did Congress do? 24 hours later, they signed the bill. Because, see, here's the thing, is the second he takes away their powers, then he can, start doing whatever he wants. I need them investigated. 100%. The judge said you can't. Whoa. You don't have that authority anymore. I'm sorry. You don't have any. No more impeachments. No more other BS investigations. You can't do it. You can't exercise your power outside the Chamber of Commerce. I'm sorry, the Chambers of Congress. You can't. So now that you have no power and you're in recess, what are you going to do? Try to cry to the Senate? So basically what the president is telling everybody in America is that if your governors don't do their job, I'm sending them to jail. And people are saying, how did you jump to that conclusion? If you don't see what's happening, you're not intelligent enough to even bother having a conversation about what's happening right now.
I want to just interject something that's unique about. I want to interject something that's. Wait, just a second. Just a second. I want to point something out really important that's unique about our president, unlike any other president. He is a de jure president, which means that a government that has been overthrown and has moved to another state will attain de jure status if other nations refuse to accept the legitimacy of the revolutionary government. So he still has de jure status.
And that's the thing, that people don't realize that we're at war right now. Listen, other countries are already putting together multi-trillion-dollar lawsuits against China for reparations for damaging everyone's economy, damaging the health and safety, and causing a myriad of social degrading problems, socially degrading problems, to the point where now, here's where we're at. This is what I want to just kind of...
Wait. Before I want to ask you one more question. Really important question, because, we've had these organizations that are basically kind of communist here in America, Antifa, they're non-governmental organizations that have been pushing this sort of agenda for some time now on the general public, the civilians. What do you think? What is your opinion on that?
I'm going to just tell you like this: foreign and domestic. Foreign and domestic. There's a number of bills that were passed during the Bush era that relate to homegrown terrorism, and not even that. There's a ton of laws on the books about people not registering themselves as foreign acting agents. If you took money from the Chinese and signed off on any agreements, you're a foreign acting agent. And they already know who you are. They're just not doing anything about it right away because they're letting things naturally unfold. Like it's not a random scenario that Trump is sitting there while he's being asked questions by Chinese agents pretending to be media people, at best pretending to be politically biased media, or at the very least pretending to be media biased people, right, or politically biased media people, when they're actually just straight up Chinese agents. And that's really hard for a lot of people mentally to process. But when you're in a situation where everyone you're working with is already going down that path, as Veritas and a few other internal media, not even alternative media, honest media, real news outlets have actually pointed out to us. Listen, so my point is, they're all going to jail. Like, that's the whole point of dealing with this, situation with China as option 2. Like, here's what people don't understand. China has declared war on the rest of the planet. If they're not telling you that the bioweapon that's been released, this is how you defeat it, this is how you... They'd rather sell us donated medical supplies for 4 to 8 times the value, rather than tell you how to beat the virus. The level of demonic, sick, evil thought processes that go... if you don't see what those people are in terms of the Chinese Communist Party, you don't see who they are, you're stupid. You're stupid, and I don't care what happens to you. But we're at a point right now where they've declared war on us, and they're not telling us how the weapon is killing us while they're simultaneously trying to make a profit off. They're hoping your economies on a global level die off so they can come in and do a Chinese fire sale on it, and then jack up the prices and basically keep you as poor little serfs making, I don't know, what for them. Like, the situation is really grim on the ground, and most people are too busy trying to get back to Netflix and Bonbon and TV and nightclub and disco and Bonbon to really have a clue what's really coming down the pipe. Like they're about to start throwing your media and your government and all these other Chinese sympathizers and co-military enemy terrorist combatants in jail before we even get to October.
I want to ask you about the Bitcoin.
Bitcoin's going to be completely useless for at least like the next 4 to maybe 6, maximum 10 years. But realistically, I'm starting to get the impression that Bitcoin is not the one you need to be worried about. I mean, will Bitcoin have good value? Yeah, but it won't have nearly the kind of value that XRP will, or Dogecoin for that matter. And people are like, well, how can you tell me that? You're not a financial planner. You're not a CPA, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, I haven't even bought any of this stuff. But I'm smart enough to know that there's coming a right time to buy. It's just really difficult to do certain types of financial activities from this country. Meanwhile, I'm in a communist country, right? In fact, I'm in the only communist country that did not decapitate its cultural background or try to erase its cultural memory. Mind-blowing. Anyway, my point is, at the end of all this, China's never going to be able to pay us back. But what they will be able to do is they will be able to open themselves up to submitting property to us as payment. Because I don't care what the media says, China's already finished. Like, I can see this thing at warp speed. And most people don't see it imploding at warp speed. And the truth of the matter is that, they've already lost. And the problem is that the average person on the street can't tell that we're even at war, let alone that the Chinese have lost. I'm like, don't you get it? What is the number one rule of war that has been shown from Attila the Hun or Genghis Khan, Hannibal, Sarkanas, who else? Napoleon, Hitler, Lincoln, what is was that Little Bighorn and Alamo, never fight a war on more than one front. China has decided to fight a war on all fronts. And that's what people are mentally processing who actually are going to have to deal with this in different militaries. Like, yo, this is a bioweapon. They're not telling us how to fix it. That means they're using it on us. Because you don't tell somebody if you poison them the antidote if they're your enemy. And that's what China's doing. To the point where they're waiting on everyone to bend their knee and they're like, hey, we'll give you the cure or we'll tell you how to fix the problem, but you got to be our slave. And essentially people are not going for that. They're like, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. And in that moment they're seeing. So you're going to have, let me tell you like this, here's your timeline. When you have countries going into a state of military upheaval and military coups, ask yourself, what relationship do these countries have with China in regards to how bad is the virus in their countries as they begin to find out that their governments are submitting to China in such a way where they're looking at it like these people are blackmailing us with a bioweapon. And then as it starts to dawn on them, as they start to interact with other they just had a G7 conference. Isn't it supposed to be G8? Oh, that means China wasn't invited to the meeting. And I kept telling everybody, they just let you know about that one, but they had a ton of conversations about what they were going to talk to each other about leading up to it. So they just sat down and shared information with each other. As I understand, it was, over, video conference. So we're talking about, basically they had, encrypted conversations, real encrypted, not Zoom, right? Real encrypted military-grade, conversations with each other about what we're going to do about China. So they're already having the conversation. Look, this is what is going on. So they're going to probably, most likely, do option A and option B, or number 1 and 2, we're dealing with China simultaneously. So I'm not worried about China anymore because they've overplayed their hand. Their military is not large enough to go to all these places. And I'm I hate to say it, but I'm going to tell you something really messed up. Every time I've seen China do something screwy, since this thing has been going on, I've been watching it happen to them even faster. So the situation with the Africans being mistreated in China, I'm just looking at that like, you know what? I think you just told people it's okay to poop on you guys. So that's unfortunate because I have some good friends who just happen to be Chinese. Some of them are, moved from China when they were little kids. And they're going to get punished for this mess. But I'm just like, that's your temporal marker to let you know that once that happens, you're going to have Chinese people going around left and right in America selling out all of the Chinese spies. You'll see it happen. It'll come out little by little. Chinese people are ratting out Chinese spies in America. There's already 2 cases where it's already happened. But they're not presenting it to you in that way because some of these media outlets are still working for the Chinese. And now they all got to start getting online and say, oh, it's a bioweapon. But, China didn't know listen, once you start seeing these military revolutions and military coups, they're going to be like, America's getting involved in military coups at a time like this. No, these countries are like, yeah, we're siding with America because America didn't use this weapon on us, and America's the only country that's actually trying to help us right now. So all of that hard work they did, buying off those governments, stealing those resources from people, listen, these countries at the military level are like, we'll side with you if you can help us get rid of all of these IMF and Chinese bank takeovers of our resources and our assets. So who friend do you want to be? Whose friend do you want to be? You want to be America's friend. Whether you like Trump or not, you're going to be America's friend because America's the only country that's allowing you to keep your dignity and save your people. And people will say, that's crazy. People aren't even intelligent enough to have an honest conversation about geopolitics and what's more important, your ego, your pride, and your ideology, or people whose body